I'm waiting for my other half. So you guys need to kind of wait with me here. I'm not going to start without her. All right, welcome. Monday. While we're waiting, just want to cheer to you guys. Happy Monday. Monday should be like just like every other day, right? Hmm. Maybe I should also, let me see if I can have like two screens over here. Let me see if I can invite myself. Here. Hold on. See.
Hello.
Hi, hi.
We're
Oh my
actually here.
goodness. Hi, hi. I am so happy you're here. I thought I
And
wasn't
it's
going to make
live.
it
It's
today.
live, Nikki.
It's live, yes.
Yeah. Okay, great. So you know.
It's okay. Yeah, so we know. We can talk about it, people. No, I'm just joking.
Is it
How are
is
you,
it
my dear?
I'm actually sick. So keeping it real.
Let me put it up. Okay, what was that?
I'm actually sick.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I had a bug all last week and I got a little better. There's an echo somewhere. You have something on where I can hear myself.
No, I don't hear echo.
No,
Honestly, hold on.
no. I can hear. There's a
Oh,
screen. No, now there's nothing.
okay. Okay.
Great.
Maybe it's just, I want to talk about this technology only great when it's working, right, Michelle?
Oh yeah. Oh
I,
my
I, I
god.
want to, if you are here right now, I cannot see on LinkedIn right now because I want to focus on this conversation with you, dialogue with you. I just want to say it never was clocked in at 3 a.m. Can you
No.
believe I was, well,
Yeah, I
actually,
saw
I
you.
was,
I saw you send me the picture, and it's really messing up. And I can live with chaos, but there are a few things that really can get my temper, and that is
me too.
if yeah, and once fool me once, yeah, fool me twice, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. So
After three times, it's like,
yeah,
come on, are you serious? It's like, I don't think
yeah,
it's from my end because I've gone through
yeah,
this once, twice, and three
yeah,
times.
yeah, yeah.
Three times is like, I think we're gonna look around for other platforms or something like that that's more robust and
Free streaming,
reliable,
you're bad.
more reliable, I think, right? Because I first of all, I had an eye surgeon appointment morning. I think I texted you that. It's like, yeah, it's raining outside. And I like, 7:45 a.m. Otherwise, if I don't go to this one, it's going to be pushed back to all the way to May. So I said, no. I've been seeing eye surgeons. So everything's okay. My eyes are fine.
Great.
I think I was alluding to inflammation, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Michelle, you know about these things about me. So he said, no, there's no. So it's just, uh, beyond the allergy, beyond everything else, but he's going to take care of it for me, right? I've been seeing ENT and then, this eye specialist basically, but I saw this eye surgeon this morning. It was a great news. So I'm like in a good mood right now, even though that technology was like, I was like, if I'm late, I'm sorry, but I'm not. I was like,
No,
I was two
no.
hours early. But
Yeah,
now that
and
I'm
we'll do
realizing
that.
that you're sick, I'm so sorry. I mean,
No,
how you
no, it's not your fault. And it's about keeping it real, and the show must go on because this is what we do. We do it
exactly,
anyway.
exactly.
And we are here, and I have prepared actually free things to better your relationship with money.
I think
So
I cannot wait. I'm gonna look forward to that because, like I always say in the last on our first session, in our first live show, that we're not the experts of any of the things that we're dialogue. We're not. We're just trying to present this as real as we can,
Mhm.
based on our hands-on experiences and based on
Exactly.
just, trying to just keep it real. Like,
Exactly.
it's not fluffy, it's not, fluff polish and things like that. It's something that's going to resonate with you.
Yeah.
Great. If
Yeah.
something's going to work for you, that's great. But this is something
Yeah.
that we have experienced and we wanted to just share. I think that's
Exactly.
share, exchange, experiences, basically,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So with that
Exactly.
said, it is home for our live talk show. And as we promised, there's going to be 12 total topics.
Yeah.
And, that's going to resonate with us. It's not just going to talk about sex, not going to talk about money, mullah, but we're going to talk about other things related to business as well. This is related to business, right?
Mhm.
So, I cannot wait. And Michelle, I forgot, I don't know if I have, shared this with you, communicated with you earlier or recently, that there's like few questions that were sent to my email,
Mhm.
and I should have posted on my in our shared document, probably, but
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
but you know what? We can probably, you're ready with this segment. So
Mhm.
if we have time, I can
Mhm.
just like, we can like, talk about it because, I think I want to honor the audiences too and honor the people that had submitted because they took the time for
Mhm.
this. So I think it's only fair that if we can read that question, we have the time, obviously. But
I actually best like if I don't know the questions
that's right.
beforehand, because then the answer will be more truthful, and
There you go.
um, because there's a lot of answers to a lot of questions, and it all comes down to perspective. So if the
Exactly.
answer that we give is not what people like, too
Right.
bad, because it's a matter of perspective. And I want to address, actually, because we are live, so if anyone is seeing this right now, what we say is actually something that we know something about, out from our lives, out from our working with our different businesses and
Yep.
experience and education, actually. So if
That's right.
people have a difference of opinion, it's quite okay. If people don't like it, I want to remind you of, if people get irritated about someone or something else, they need to look inside, because it's the shadow side in everybody. I have things I really don't like. I really don't like if things are not structured, but that is because a part of me is that some of my stuff is not structured. So again, you need to have the mirror upside and see what can I do about this. So people, if you have something that you're not okay with, if there's something that you really don't like,
Hmm.
or there's something that you have a different opinion, please write it in the comments. Keep in mind that we have a proper communication. Everything is proper, and we have to be nice and respectful to each other. And
I think so.
yeah, and last time there was a difference of opinion, and I think, Nikki, that we were a little bit unsure of what to do. I know I was, and we talked about it, but we kept it in the comments. I think that if people are not proper and they don't have a proper way of speaking to each other in the comments, that we are going to delete those comments.
I think so. I mean, all other platforms, as you already know, you guys are all on different platforms, not just LinkedIn or YouTube or Twitter, right? Everybody has community guidelines, right? And all of those platforms really suggest to have community a policy, basically, that we gotta have to be polite and then not doing certain things. But in this live shows, we really ask you just the minimum, bare minimum. Just be kind, be courteous, and then what's the right word? Etiquette. I couldn't find
Yeah,
that word last time. It's etiquette.
exactly.
Etiquette.
Yeah, and
Practice the etiquette.
respectful,
Right.
respectful, and mindful of that we have difference of opinion. And if you're curious about something, please ask.
Exactly. I think.
Um, so
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, Michelle and I are trying. We'll do our best to respond accordingly. like we said, I mean, we're trying to keep it real, cutting the bullshit, basically, and
Exactly.
we do. We've been there, done that, and Michelle, you have really an extensive background in a lot of areas, space and businesses, right?
Between you and I, we are pretty fabulous.
And we're pretty badass, right? We should say that. Woohoo!
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So, guys, welcome, my bestie there, all the way from Denmark, Michelle Quick. If you don't know her, my God, she is a powerhouse, and she is just a firecracker. I should call her that. And she speaks different languages, just like me too. And you never know who she is until you really get to know her. That's the kind of person that I think a lot of us have to. I see this, Michelle. I just want to really touch on this really briefly. That a lot of us in this world, we try to box ourselves into our own group, right? This is the way we think. This is the way, oh, I like him or her because she thinks the same way, blah, blah, blah. Guys, I think the dynamics, if you pull yourself out of that, thinking the box, outside the box, you guys say it all the time, right? Oh, I want to say thinking outside the box to succeed and all of this. Well, do that, practice it. Get to know people who are not in your industry, let's say, and cross-cultural that, right? Because we are, after all, are really through this globalization, we call it, right? If you want to grow in your business, you're not stagnant. Okay, there are some elements, variables that we always like practice. That is the traditional. But right now, we really, really, truly need to think and do practice outside the box. How do you say that? Like walk the talk the walk kind of thing. You're
Walk the talk. Yeah, and exactly.
right. So I think there's a lot of conversation there, and we can certainly take this conversation for the next session, if you may, Michelle, if you agree. I mean, I just follow your lead basically as far as like the segments and everything like that. But we can talk about it later after the show. But guys, welcome. Good morning. Here in LA, Los Angeles, we had a storm yesterday. It's still snowing. It's still raining in some parts in California. I am in LA County. I'm in Santa Clarita to be exact. Beautiful local mountains got dumped by fresh snow. And I'm sure Denmark, that's like, Nikki, that's every day here in Denmark.
No,
Well,
no, I know. Actually, we haven't got that much snow, so I'm really, really jealous. So,
yeah, I mean, LA is very, very crazy. Californians, when it's raining, we drive crazy. When it's snowing, forget it. Get off the freeway, basically. Guys, we're going to talk about the topic, how is your relationship with money today? We put out this disclaimer at the very top of the hour already that we say none of us are financial advisors, financial investors, or experts, so to speak, but we are here to just share experiences with you, and perhaps it's resonate, perhaps it brings solutions, and hopefully it does, right? I am very grateful for my financial advisor that who had educated me. So I am not claiming myself as one. I go to him to educate me about all of this investment. He is a great investment advisors, Eric, and also before him was Mitch. So those two gentlemen are very, very, really influenced to me as far as like playing money and all of this stuff, spending it and earning it and managing it. But anyway, how's your relationship with money is the topic that we're going to talk about today. Starting a company is already hard enough, right? Let alone making it profitable, especially these days, right? Especially like currently what we're going through right now. But if you're going to have a sustainable business, you gotta have to change that mindset. You gotta have to think in a long game. You gotta have to think in the long term. You need to figure out how to maintain it and how to scale it somehow later on, right? So depending on where you are, because all of us are in a different journey, where you are in the business journey, because a lot of us are different in personal and business and ventures that we have in our lives, right? The three dimensions that I think it's really pertinent in when we're talking about money is how we earn it, how we spend it, how we manage it, right? If you do not know how these three things that I just mentioned in your business as well as in personal lives, you may want to evaluate what you're doing. I think that's kind of like the introduction of this segment. Would that be okay, Michelle, about this?
I think it's quite okay. That's one of that's the corporate side of money, how you earn it, spend it, and everything. Um, I and I'm so for hearing you talk about that. I'm going to take the other approach, the relationship to money,
Exactly.
the personal relationship. So because
Okay.
that's a big part of actually also what you're doing with money, because how do we feel about money?
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely. Well, that's
yeah,
the dimension that
yeah,
we just mentioned, right? The earn it and spend it, manage it. That's the relationship portion of it. So go ahead. Yes.
yeah. But how we feel about money? Let me see. I've gone. All of us, we've gone through different periods in our lives. And when I was younger, I had this picture. I wanted to live in a castle. And through the years, I wanted to live in a mansion or have a Ferrari and have diamonds. You know, diamonds are a girl's best friends and everything and everything. So yeah, and over the years, I've had all of it and I've lost all of it. And what I've learned is that money doesn't make you happy.
Mm-mm.
Nope. And if you have a bad relationship to money, money will disappear. Maybe money will come, but money will disappear. And so I've always been interested in the dynamics of how we actually feel about money, because we all have a relationship with money, whether we know or not. When I was brought up, my mom, she tried to give me as she could. She was a single sick mom in and out of hospital, and that was one part of it. We didn't have very much, but she was brought up with scarcity too. So it was always talking about money as something that we didn't have, or something we needed more of, or something that was hard to earn. So when you have a business, and Nikki, I think you know a little bit about law of attraction too.
Mhm.
A
Yeah.
lot of people do. A lot of people have seen and read the movie and the book, Think and Grow Rich, or The Secret, or something
The
like that.
secret. The book
The
secret.
Secret, exactly. So about law of attraction is that every action have an equal reaction, and if you
Absolutely.
feel bad about money, money will not want to come to you. So that's the
Yeah.
part of having a relationship. And people will say money doesn't think, money doesn't have a soul. Yeah, I know, but we don't attract
Energy.
money.
Energy.
Exactly, exactly, because money is
Energy.
energy. Yeah. um uh, the largest part of my life, I thought that money was bad, that money made people do bad things, and it was money that was to fault that I didn't have what I wanted, until I read a lovely book, Living in the Light by Garwick. Oh, I can't remember last year. I will post it in the comments. That she talked about that money is actually light and energy.
Energy. Everything is
Exactly.
energy in the universe.
Exactly.
It
And
revolves around
that
energy. Money
yeah,
is too.
and money only comes to you if you are nice, and if you do good things. Of course, we see also bad people have money, but that's a different part of it. They lose it, or they lose their health. Anyway, I'm not going to go that deep in that one.
We can name
Because
some movies that has
exactly,
displayed that.
exactly.
Scarface.
So yeah, but yeah.
That's
But
the only thing
again,
when it's associated
yeah,
with money is Scarface.
exactly. The one of an important thing I learned at one point was that money doesn't ruin people. People ruin people,
Yep.
because money is just a piece of paper or a number. So it can't do anything. We have the feelings, we can be good or bad, and we decide how to act towards other people. So if it's a bad person getting more money, the bad person will just be more bad. And if it's a good person getting more money, the good person will not turn bad, it will just be more of the same. So, but this could be a 420-hour program with all the stuff I've learned over the years and all the books, because I was interested, because I didn't have any money. So I wanted to learn why. and how people got rich. So and
So money is basically the driver for you to change the way you think.
it was in the start. And when you say think, and I just said think about
Mindset.
getting rich, yeah. And there's a book actually called Think and Grow Rich.
Right.
A lot of people think that this book is actually the Bible about how getting rich. There's a lot of books like that, but it is a really, really substantial book, and I would recommend it. I've read it four
I'm on the
times,
same
and I
page with you. Oh my God, you're the
exactly,
first person
yeah,
that I can
yeah,
resonate with. Yes.
yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry if you
Because
are like fan to that.
yeah, no, yeah, no, and the book Think and Grow Rich is actually, a lot of people get offended. Yeah, but it's not only about money. Right. Read the book before you have before you discard it, because what is it, chapter 11, it really goes spiritually. So yeah, and
Spiritually,
yeah,
you said?
yeah, spiritual. So but I yeah, as I said, and what I have found, this is my understanding, is that we need to have the good feeling about everything and relationship before we actually can have success in life. So is more money the same as being successful? No, that depends. So it's about having, what are you having before, because money isn't about being healthy. But it helps being healthy. Actually, studies show that the more wealthy people are, the more healthy they are. And I know health is wealth, but you need money to get the right vegetables, the right
It's like an
nutrition, and
access. You have the
exactly,
access to how, to all of these things, the options in your life, basically
exactly.
better options in your life.
Exactly. That is, and there's actually a book called The Having, with a Chinese guru woman that I will post it in the comments also, have helped a lot of billionaires around the world getting more money. And her, let's call it a life hack, is that if you feel like you're having, more will come.
Wow. Okay.
So and of
Where did
course
you see this?
it's a book called Having, and I will post it in the
Okay.
comments with the link and everything.
Okay.
So but I just to round it up, because I've read a lot of books. Another book is also from Ken Honda. Ken Honda, he was taught by the Chinese equivalent of um, I think the disease has rotten my brain.
Oh my
I
God.
didn't write it down. So anyway, but Ken Honda, he's written over 50 books about getting rich on success and money. And he's written a book called Happy Money. Again, it comes down to the relationship with your money. Are you happy with your money? Are you happy? Is money attracted to you? So I will post these books. I have read a lot of other, but these books are very important. And to give this a little
What was your
uh,
best takeaway, if you can name one, just reading the last book that you mentioned? Because I was just intrigued what you're saying about,
mhm,
the relation, because that's after all, that's what we're talking about, the relationship, right? Because it's
exactly,
the internal energy, right? The energy that you're creating within yourself. It's like, if you're happy, then you're happy. Then you can use, if you have $1 or you have $10,000 or $1 million, right? Then you're happy, and then you can make that money grow, basically, right?
exactly.
The way, however way you want. But
Yeah.
coming with that, the relationship. So what's your best takeaway, if I were like just to listen, and what would you say your best takeaway after reading that book?
Happy Money is a special book, and there's a lot of takeaways. I remember him talking about a story that this guy he asked, what will make you happy? How much money will make you happy? And
There you go. That's a
they
better question. How much money would
actually,
you make you happy?
exactly, and actually, it's a large study, so it wasn't just one man; it was a lot of different people. And what he saw was that a lot of different people say, "Yeah, I think if it's 1 million, I will be happy." So, when you
Okay.
have 1 million, will that be enough? No, no, no. Let's make it free. Okay, so you will be happy when you have 3 million, and then they were sitting. I don't know. So, will you be happy when you have the jet? And is that okay? Because if you don't decide now if you're happy, you will go for and get the stuff, and then you will sit. And I know this, and everybody knows this. I will. I I'm sure that a lot of people have tried wanting something and feeling and thinking, when I get that, I will be more happy. And then you get it, and then you go, yay. Uh,
Oh, I know. I was like,
yeah,
know what? After
yeah,
all
yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
it's just, I
It's
think
the
it's the, right. I think it's the we have to remind ourselves also is the journey that it's the journey is where all that joy and happiness and
exactly
gratification, all of that.
anticipation. Yeah,
Yeah.
anticipation and thinking about it
It's
and
not the destination
manifesting.
of it. Like, I'm
No,
going to get 1
it's not.
million. Okay. You get 1 million now and then, now what?
Yeah, of
There
course it
is,
makes. Yeah, but what is it that you want to do with those that money? Is it more time with the family? But if you want more time with the family, you can do that now.
exactly. Exactly. Well, like I
Yeah,
said,
do you
either
want, yeah, better health? Yeah, but start running a couple of miles every day. Start eating an apple instead of an ice cream. You can do that right now. What is it that you can do right now to actually be happy? And
so
then
you
you
can
will see it.
visualize. You're saying you can
Exactly.
visualize
Exactly.
that you're a millionaire or billionaire, and then what would you do? Would you do? I mean, start doing the things that you're visualizing right now,
Yeah.
and then guess what? It might happen. It could
Yeah.
happen. It can happen.
And
Here's a
why wait?
quote.
Why wait? Oh, sorry. Why
Exactly.
wait? Why wait for happiness when you can start now?
And here's a quote from Rockefeller. I posted it in my Twitter recently. If your goal is to become rich, you're never gonna achieve it.
Nope. Exactly.
That's it.
Love that.
I saw that and I'm like, I think that's timely to talk
Yeah.
about, to mention. There's a
Exactly.
lot of quotes that kind of resonate when it comes to what
There
we're
is,
talking.
and it comes down to perspective too, because you're not
Yes,
going to see it or understand it until you're ready, until you resonate with the vibration that you are going that way. Because I've been looking in that direction a bunch of times, and I didn't see shit. Really. I've been reading all the books, and I needed, and it always comes down to a divine intervention with me. I either go down with stress, I get a disease, or something else happens. Sorry, but it does, until I really realize what makes me happy. And it's not posting every day. It's not
I
working
know, huh? I
myself to death.
know.
And people, stop it. Stop working yourself to death, because life is too short.
I feel like there's a
Life,
crabs in the bucket mentality or something. I don't know. I mean, what
yeah,
do you think? FOMO or
yeah.
crabs in the
We are
bucket
more
mentality?
on.
It's like, and they talk about
Yeah,
the same thing, like echo chamber. It's like, come on, enough with the failure. We got it. We got it. We got it. All right.
I felt, before I get out of bed, I made a note to myself. Okay, I'm at least going to fail 15 times today, and what can I learn from it? You know, so yeah.
No, but I
Another.
think you know what, Michelle. I have to kind of interject that a little bit. There's a caveat to what you just said because I'm on the same page with you. Obviously, you and I had exchanged some some of our thoughts on this. We learned quite a bit, and I think that's the takeaway from us doing all of these things, especially during COVID when the world was on pause, right? When the world is still uncertain, still is, but not as much as like uncertain back then and back in 2020, where everybody doesn't know where everybody's going. It's like, we don't know. Do you? I don't know. But now we
Nope.
kind of like see, okay, this is where we're going to be heading. It looks like this one. And then we try to pivot rather quickly, right? We've given all of us are given 3 years, almost 3 years next month already. We're on the same boat. But it's a choice, it's an option. Do we want to pivot? How are we going to pivot? Some of the questions, right? Are we going to do the same thing? Are we going to update and, kind of like scale up a little bit? Are we going to be totally different, doing different business? All of these things is up to you, how you're going to respond to these life challenges, basically. But yeah,
Exactly.
I mean, 15 times a day, it's like, no, I can't. I don't want to do that. But that's when we have the time. Now that we're already embarking to some different journey, different paths in our journey. It's uncomfortable, yes. Is it something new? Yes. Is it something new? But then it's a little bit, we know it now. We have better experiences now from what we have learned. Yeah, it becomes wiser now. So
Yeah.
what are your takes on that?
Yeah, actually, I was talking. The thing is, I don't know how many people know this, but beside of my business, I actually have a job, and I made a decision for that because I literally, in a while, haven't made money on my business, and I think that's actually also an important thing because a lot of people out there are not making money. They're giving it free, and they're doing. I'm all for helping each other, but there's a lot of people out there who undervalue themselves, including me. So their businesses, yeah, and you too, my darling. So we want to help people, so we do things for free, and then there's no money. And newsflash, money makes the world go round. So, but I'm not complaining because everything happens for a reason, and I'm really good at my job. I help people get out of disease. I coach them, and I literally do the exact same thing as I do in my business. I'm just going to
Getting
my work.
paid.
I'm just getting
And
paid.
pay
But
taxes.
and I had, and yeah, exactly. And I had this lovely. I was going to say boss lady. She's actually not a boss. She's a leader. And there's this big chaos at my work right now. But as I said to her, on the other side of chaos is always order. It
Oh
always
yeah,
is.
absolutely. Absolutely.
And after night comes day, and after a storm
Oh
there's
yeah, it's
uh,
beautiful. Yeah.
it's beautiful.
Sunny
so
blue
so
sky.
yeah, but people tend to forget that. And that is just life. It's difficult, and it's hard. And when I say that, maybe people out there will go, yeah, but she doesn't know what it's like to actually suffer. Nikki, you and I, we actually know what it is to
Oh, we
suffer.
know. Believe me, we just don't talk about it. Hello?
Because yeah, exactly.
Believe
So
me, between Michelle and I, we have tons of stories.
but we don't dwell with by them. We don't live in our past, and that is what the difference is. We look to the future. We are mindful of the past, and we
Yep.
learn from our mistakes and what happened, and then we tiptoe because we are not stagnant, and that
I
is the question.
that yeah, I mean, I want to piggyback what you just said. I mean, precisely. People's just gonna, I, I remember when I was like, okay, I hit rock bottom. I have options basically. I look at that that way, right? Of course, a minute, tears and everything like that. I think I spent a phone call with you like, no, don't talk. I'm in tears right now. I'm enjoying my
Yeah,
tears right now, Michelle, over my coffee. I remember that morning with you.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
then when you call back, it's like, yeah, I'm a little bit better right now. It's okay. It's okay to experience that, right? When you're dealing with that disappointment, heartaches, unmitigable, just unspeakable despair in your life, right? And then you get into that mode. That's fine, but you have options to get up, to get back up
Yeah,
again. And that's how you respond to this life challenges. And I
yeah,
think what you're saying was right too. It's like, hey, learn from your mistakes. In fact, young kids, young generations right now, go do some mistakes. It's fine.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Learn from your
And don't keep
mistakes.
it. Don't keep it to 15 a day. Make 100
Make a
more.
100. Yeah. Make your
And
mistakes.
yeah,
If you never make mistakes in your life, believe me, you're gonna call yourself perfect. There's no perfect.
nope.
There's no people. There's no successful people that are never made mistakes in their lives,
Yep.
whether it is financial, whether it's physical, whether it's whatever,
Yeah.
money, anything, right? So
And the thing
learn
is,
from the mistakes. Who cares you have failure? Who cares you label yourself as a failure? You're not a failure. Learn
no,
from your
no,
mistakes and grow from there. That's how you grow,
exactly.
right?
The thing is now this is Ken Hunter again, from the book Happy Money, where he also in his study he found that a lot of rich people, and now when I say rich, I'm talking billionaires. I'm talking 40, 50, 100 billion or something like that.
Hmm.
And what a lot of them, I'm not sure if it was all, but a lot of them, they said if they could do it over, it wouldn't be so important to be that rich. They would actually trade it for more time with the family. Again, it comes down to why are you doing what you're doing? What are you hoping to achieve? And who are you in all this? Because everybody can actually earn money. It's not that hard. Keep in mind, I'm not a millionaire yet, but it isn't. It's setting an intention, and then doing what you set out to do, and keep doing it.
I Yeah.
The thing that actually gets in the way is that we stop doing the same thing, and we get unsure about ourselves, and then we stop in our tracks. Or if something happens like COVID, I know if everything explodes, but yeah, um I know, but my issue is I've gotten a lot of great ideas, I've done a lot of great things, and I haven't done it. uh, uh, um, I've stopped sometimes because I've done it in a difficult way instead of doing it the easy way.
But I gotta stop you there. A lot of
Yeah.
times when people say, "Oh," because I am in the same, I have the same sort of some sort of experience as well in this journey, right? It's like, okay, I'll stop because I think it's wow, it's a long road, and then
Mhm.
all I have is obstacles. All I have is like people are kind of like doubting, either
Mm.
doubting or just kind of like okay, she shouldn't have the spotlight. Even though I know what I'm saying, I know the message, I know what this whole thing, the conveying the message is so
Mm.
like it's right, right?
Mm.
It's right for everybody. I mean, it's needed, right? But the spotlight is like okay, she's not gonna get it or something like that.
Mm.
Now I have that, right?
Mm.
Or
Mm.
I'm saying okay, it's difficult, but then
Mm.
I pause and I kind of take a step back and I'm
Mm.
looking at it like this. If it's like difficult, perhaps
Mm.
because your dreams or your these plans or your ideas are so big that it may
Mm.
take a little bit longer for
Mm.
you to do journey. Do you get that? What I
Yes,
just said?
yeah, yeah, a lot. It's like the Chinese tree that actually doesn't, you can't see is growing until 5 years older. After, when you put the seed in the ground, takes 5 years literally for the tree to actually get up
There
over
you go.
the soil. You
Right.
have to plant the seed, and you don't see the results. It's like planting a garden of flowers. Okay, plant it. I want to
I
see the
know.
flowers
I'm
now.
just so impatient. Like, no, 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 no. Wait, Nikki, just Michelle, just wait a minute. Maybe another year. Maybe another year. Okay, the world shut down. Don't worry. Let's not get too excited. The world is gonna be the world. It's never not gonna
Exactly.
end. Don't worry about it. I know that we're talking about all of these nukes and everything. Don't worry about it. Just do what you can control, right?
Yeah,
Forget about
exactly.
that. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, then that's okay. Just as long as you keep going. But I think in a way, I'm thinking it just recently, and I'm like, wait, because I'm looking at all my flashbacks, memories, photos, and videos, and everything, and I believe in this, and there are so many people believe in what I did, what I'm doing. It's like,
Of course.
right, and I'm sure you're speaking about that too earlier, right? You're like that. I mean, you got so many things in your hand, table that you want to bite on, and it's like, okay, time is disrupted. Okay, interrupted. Now what? Now you gotta have to go segues. But those segues could be just, as important as the main thing that you have been, right? The original dream that Michelle had, that Nikki had. No, I'm serious about that.
Yeah, but it's sometimes, and this is what I learned because I've been doing the same stuff for over 10 years, and it has gotten me through a lot of heartache. It's gotten me through my mom dying in 14, my husband's father
Right.
dying two months later, me getting stressed a couple of times, anxiety, and so on and so on. And exactly. So yeah, but it's gotten me through, and it wasn't useful. Yeah,
Right.
so people are
Oh my
saying if you
god.
think it's easy, it's not. It's
Oh
not
my
easy.
god. I was like, one phone call. Do you remember
Yeah,
this? First of
yeah,
all,
I
I'm so
remember.
sorry about
I
what
remember.
you and I talk about our families and everything like that in the background a lot, right? Many times. But one phone call can derail the whole schedule for that day or for the rest of the week, for the rest of the year, you know? And you go
Yeah,
like, what just happened?
yeah,
That
yeah.
was back in
It's
2020. Wait, 2021.
yeah,
Wait.
yeah,
2022
yeah,
too?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
wait a minute.
yeah.
2023 is going to be a little bit different because I'm going to take control. I'm going
Mm.
to take over, basically.
Oh, that's an illusion. Sorry, Nikki, but control. Yeah, one step.
¿Por qué
Yeah,
no?
yeah, but it is. It is. Control is an illusion, and every time we think we have control, everything goes. So I just know. I don't know. I know what you mean. It's about
You know
being
what?
dominant.
Oh my
Oh
god, life
yeah.
is so good. No, I mean, life teaching us to be our best version. I think, if you look at it that way, instead of just like, pour me, why me? Why is it happening to me? Why is it happening? Why is it happening? Like, pour me, and then you go to this depressed mode, or just negative, all over. And it's not just hurting yourself spiritually and mentally; it's also hurting others around you,
A
who
lot.
wants to be with you, right?
Mhm.
Who's in your closest proximity, who lives with you,
Exactly.
basically. And
Mhm.
that's your family, your immediate family members. And I think, and your pets, your pets know you very well.
Oh
So
yeah.
I think these kind of sessions, we're keeping it real. We want to cut
Mm.
through the bullshit. Michelle and
Mm.
I, originally it was born out of last year December when we did our annual award, and we say, I think we want to do something for the community here, not just on LinkedIn, but also around here virtual. I know that I'm speaking for me right now that I'm a little bit still new, trying to get to know the virtual spaces, basically, right? Because I'm such a nerd. And I think Michelle too, in a way, because Michelle is like, she's so busy in the real world, where she makes also connections and all of this stuff, doing her businesses. And then going to the virtual world is almost like a different hat or something. Wouldn't you think? We have to have a separate segment talking about that because I have a love and hate in social media.
Oh yeah. And these days I don't like the word hate, but I really dislike social media
Me
because
too.
it's not.
I'm in the
It's
same.
just because I love helping people, and a lot of people they actually write also on your post. I see that a lot. People love you, and people actually
Oh,
also like what I write. It's just social media is there to earn money. I love that. By all means, go for it.
go
The
for it.
thing is,
Exactly.
there's a little thing called algorithm,
Oh,
and if you're not using
oh
that,
my God.
you won't be seen. You won't get the
The
people
front
won't
of the
like you.
eyeballs. Please. I know.
Yeah,
You can have the spotlight. Have it.
exactly.
Please.
So when people, and sometimes when I, because I don't post every day now, and when I do make a post, people, they will write, "Oh, where have you been?" And
That's
brilliant.
right. It's like, yo, you've been. I said, no, I've been everywhere. It's like, no, I can't. Sorry.
I have a daughter, she's 16. I have a son that's 10, and I have a very, very, very wonderful husband. Newsflash, I've been spending time with my family. I've been actually
I know the real
the
life.
real the real
And
world.
you know, I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. Unapologetically here said, you know, you're doing this a service if you're not serving your community. You know, I'm sorry, darling, but you know, I've been serving my community just fine. You know,
I do that every day, 37
every
hours a
day.
week.
I hate that
And
word. It's to service your community. You should service your own. Like, okay, you win. Sorry,
but
I'm laughing
yeah,
so hard.
but Nikki, the thing is, the reason I know this, the reason that you and I, the drive, we have a pretty similar drive, is that we can't stop. We really have this feeling that we want to help people. So and we're never going to stop. So that we don't, if we don't post every day, it's not because social media is not the only way.
Thank
It's
you.
a
Right.
way. It's a way, and it's a big way also, and it's connecting people. But actually, we can also make millions and make our business without being on social media. I know a lot of
Thank you.
people,
I think
actually millionaires,
yeah,
not
I think we're
being
just
on.
as successful without social media. I mean, yeah, it could be beneficial. I mean, a lot of your social media gurus will disagree with me. That's fine. I mean, that's your take. I have an opinion too. I've been around the
Yeah,
block too, you know, over half a century.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
you know, but I do want to say that it does have benefits. It does have a lot of benefits, especially now that people
Sure
are.
about,
Yes,
sure.
I'm very
Yeah,
sure
yeah,
about that.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
of course.
yeah, I'm more into the real world. But then again, you and I know this. You know, I'm serving my community. You know, all of these people, most of the people may not have, you know, the serving clients may not have. Everybody has internet, obviously, right, or cell
Mhm.
phones or whatever, but may not have the
Mhm.
luxury to just be on social media 24/7 or
Yeah,
12 hours, or I don't know
yeah,
how many hours you guys spend on social media, you know. But I do go spurt and spurt growth kind of thing, like spurt mode kind of. Okay, I have time right now. I do this on Twitter,
yeah,
posting. Oh, I
yeah,
can't see
yeah,
Elon Musk doing this. I do this.
yeah,
You know, that creates a habit.
yeah.
You know, I feel like my brain is like, I don't know. I mean, is that
I actually know that feeling.
you know that feeling?
I know that feeling.
I used to go to the library and then read books. Now I
Yeah,
can go YouTube and, you know, turn on or get on my phone here, and I do have like how many hours. They have a regular like how many hours I spent on the phone. It's been declining because I want it to be that way. If I can
yeah.
have only 2 hours in a day, 3 hours, I think I'm very content. But if
Oh
I
yeah.
see like 12 hours or 16 hours, I failed. That's my goal, by the way. But
Exactly,
no, I don't
exactly.
want to be on social media. With that said, I'm back in Facebook, and I'm like,
Mm.
what am I creating? You know how you felt last session? You said
Yeah,
sometimes I just jump in to say yes without even thinking about it. And I
yeah,
did
yeah.
announce that I'll be on Facebook, and I
Oh,
realized on Facebook I have a page called The Nicky Dare. It's got
oh,
4,000 something followers, and I didn't
oh.
even know. Yeah, Michelle, because it ran by I hired a couple, two, three times a group, right, to run it, but COVID, you know, COVID came. Uh, we don't do it anymore, and I don't do it anymore. So I decided, like, maybe I should be there. I don't know. Maybe I'm just, you know, too busy. I don't know. What do
What
you
do
think?
you feel like? What? Yeah, yeah. But the question is, what do you feel like?
I
What is the gain? What is your is it,
angle.
is it stressing? No, is it stressing you? Is it giving you a good feeling? Are you happy about it? Are you is it vibrant? Is it
Oh,
for me, that's the most important for me right
I can
now is,
answer that.
yeah.
My goal is to have a private group on Facebook, basically,
Mm,
because I don't think we're able to do that on Instagram. I don't think we're able to do that on LinkedIn. And I'm hearing, and I'm experimenting this, and I'm hearing that, having that private group, because I do still favor the real world, basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I do want to mix it up because it just makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
My end goal is that, to be able to exist that. Do I have time? Probably not. do I have to do it? I probably should. Am I going to be happy? If it takes more of my time, probably not.
So don't do it. If
Yeah,
it doesn't make you happy, don't do it. I mean it. I literally, because why put something in your life that's not going to make you happy? Then you're not going to get anything out of it.
right,
Um, and if you do, is it time well spent if you weren't
right.
spending it
I'm,
happy?
all, I'm only willing to spend, let's say, an hour, not even an hour a day, right? 30 minutes a
Mm.
day, right?
Mm. Okay.
Maybe 4 or 5 hours a week, right?
Yeah.
5 hours a week tops.
Yeah.
That's my goal, basically, to
Yeah.
spend it on
Yeah.
that. But if I don't, because my goal is to serve the community, basically, but this
Yeah.
one is virtual community, right? To be present in the virtual world.
Yeah.
But in the private chat, and I can extend that with my book club, basically. That's my goal. So,
If it makes sense in everything that you do, again, it has to be about. I know that you're serving the community. I know that. I know that your heart is bleeding for helping people. But Nikki, you can't help anyone if you're bleeding.
exactly.
So exactly. So it and it's your life. And when you get to the end, and newsflash, we do have an inspired date. We don't live forever. So what will you look back on your life, and how will you look back on your life and what you did?
Well, I circle back on the topic, basically, right? How is your relationship with money? I think we're
Mm,
talking greater than money. How's your relationship with life, basically? How's your relationship with your
exactly.
dreams? How's your relationship with yourself? How is your
Exactly.
relationship with, yeah, with the happiness that you seek internally? I think that's what
Yeah.
we're talking about. Hopefully, you guys are, if you're joining us just now, hopefully that you're, catching our dialogue here, because we're, hopefully it does make sense with all the moving parts that we have been, mentioning and talking about right now. All based on,
Was there some questions actually, because we also need to round it up in a while, so we don't go too much over
oh yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. I'm always at what time is it? Okay. So
Yeah.
did you want me to pull out those questions? I think I have them. Okay. I'm gonna pick this one from Lenny from Houston. Okay, from Houston, Texas. Okay. Entrepreneur question that just highlight. I thought was just relevant to our today's topic. I'm an entrepreneur. How is work balance, work life balance, and relationship with money can all be part of my effort to succeed? I think that's a whole lot of question, though. Let me read the
Well,
second one.
there's a lot of different directions.
Yeah, let me. This is from Ecuador. What is the best system to remind to pay my bills so I won't miss any? Okay.
Start paying them, and say thank you every time you pay them. Pay them.
Okay, the first one.
That, no, but it is because you know what? At one point in my life, I didn't feel like I had enough money. So every time I got my money, I saw it. I wanted to keep it, so I didn't pay my bills. Hmm, it's not a good idea. So I paid my bills too late, and there was this fee put on top of it because I just like my money on my account. So and
That
uh,
looks good.
yeah, so yeah, really stupid. So and
How
the
you
thing
earn it, how
is,
you spend it, how you invest it.
yeah, but I will leave that up to you, and how you invest, because the only way I've learned to invest my money is keep it in my bank, and I'm actually looking for opportunities to invest in different stocks and everything, but
You
that's
should.
another. That, yeah, and I want to, I just haven't learned it yet. I've just now learned to actually have more money on my account so I can feel that I can buy stuff and I'm paying my bills and I'm being happy about it.
I got news for you. A lot of times, when you open up like the Fidelity account and everything, um, you know, you can learn it by self, basically by learning it.
Yeah. Mhm.
Obviously, can't play money too much and to lose it, right? But just looking at variables around you, and then of course reading a lot of current news, current events, because that's also play biggest part
Okay.
in the ups and downs in the stocks.
Yeah.
But like my son, 26 years old, he's just learning it from just reading and then also
Yeah.
researching and then looking
Yeah.
at some variables around the news. But I think I suggest that if you're looking at that, learn it from yourself, learn it
Yeah.
yourself, and then educate. Obviously you can get somebody who's like financial advisor, investor, something like that, who you can trust. um,
Yeah.
when you're ready with it, because all of these people in the bank, uh, i- the bank will assign it to you for free, basically, right? And this, when you go to this stock platform, also, they'll advise you, and they can have like live person to go
Mhm.
with. So
Mhm.
I just hope that it's just makes sense to you whenever you're ready to cross
Mhm.
that bridge, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. But
And don't
it
be afraid
makes it.
about it. Don't be scared
No.
about it, because just learn it.
Yeah. Yeah. And it is about that. It is about actually not being afraid and doing a little and be mindful of it also. I know that. So, but it's again, it's a step at a time. And
Mhm.
to the question by the guy, how does he get
Work
better
life
at being?
balance and relationship
No,
with my money can all be part of my effort to succeed in life.
oh, that's the first question. Yeah. Work life balance, it depends on who you ask because some people say that if you plan, you can have a balance, and some people say that there's nothing like balance. Either when you focus on one thing, you will tip to that end. So if we say
Yeah,
work here and life here, it's not about work life balance because it's about life all the way and how
true.
to be happy, and work just has to fit in your life. It's not the other way around. It's not life fitting into work.
I don't think there's a pendulum. Like, okay,
No.
this is your, then you you go like really, one of those pendulum or 50
Yeah.
50 kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There's no such thing.
No. No.
I have to break that bubble. I'm sorry.
No.
I'm one
No.
of those people that just say, if you're gonna focus, just as you said, if you want to focus, if you have a project and a deadline, a timeline, everything like
Yeah.
this, you go do
Yeah.
it. You focus
Yeah.
on that. You end it, and then you go to the next one, and you
Yeah.
have a family priorities as well at home, and then you do that.
Yeah.
If it's your
Exactly.
family priorities, then you do the same thing. There's no such
Exactly.
thing as, yeah, I mean, you go all the way, not have a ass, basically. I mean, if I have to spend time with my husband, for example, I'll go do that.
Yeah.
But if I have a book to finish, I'll go do that. That's
Exactly.
I need to get shit done, basically. And then
Exactly.
he came back and he goes, "Oh, you did it already?" Yeah, I did it already. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're that girl, huh? Yeah. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, see, you gotta have to focus on it just to get it done.
Exactly.
So I like what you responded, how you responded, Michelle, about that. You focus on one thing and then you get it done.
That is the key, and
Mhm.
keeping focusing. Um, Now, again, coming down to keeping it real, that is one of my issues. That is that I go like, oh, something shiny out here. Oh, let me see what that is. Oh, that's very, very interesting. And then I go away. And I've been doing that for many years. So I've been doing a lot of wonderful, fabulous things here, 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 and nothing wrong with the things I've been doing. I've been focusing every time. I've just been not been focusing all the time at one point. And it is about the one thing that you can do to get you to the next. Not about one thing here, one thing here, one thing here, and one thing here. It's one thing at a time.
But I want a caveat to this, okay? I know I'm always like looking at different perspective and looking at different angles.
I love that.
Multitasking actually is okay.
Yeah.
How do you juggle multitasking? Okay, let's just say that you have a lot of projects. Okay, aim for the biggest one. Aim for you get on the priority list basically, right? Which one
Mhm.
is the most priority, and you
Mhm.
tackle that one. But at the same time, you can still juggle all the sub, projects, right? uh, and then that's all of a sudden you're multitasking yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, there are some sub projects like this one coming up event that two events. One event is postponed. The other one I'm probably cancel, not cancel, postpone also. It's okay. And you call that, oh, I failed it this month. It's fine.
Mm.
And you focus on the win basically. And then that
Mm.
sets the momentum of how you're going to respond to the other projects. I don't know if that makes sense, but I still am a fan of multitasking. I
Mm.
know many of you probably listen to this and then you disagree with me. That's fine. That's your opinion. But I have, go ahead.
No, it's just it comes down to again finding out what is best for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Because some people they will really soar and really be good at having a lot of balls in the air and multitasking, and some people they need to do one thing at a time. And again, how do you manage your calendar and the space, and again, it's about your relationship to yourself, your
Yeah,
relationship to life,
exactly.
your
That's
relationship to
exactly what
money.
we're talking about.
Exactly. It's again the relationship in life to everything that you have. How do you treat yourself, and how do you respect your own time?
Exactly.
Um,
Invest in your
yeah,
time, basically.
yeah,
When you
yeah.
say you juggle, okay, I feel that
Mhm,
way a lot of times, right? I juggle balls, different balls and everything. A couple of balls
mhm,
drop down. By all means, do not walk on those balls. You might just fall with everything. So I know you're going to slip and fall. But okay, anyway, you focus on the ones that you're holding basically instead of
mhm,
just, let it fall. It's fine. You learn from it. Then you
mhm,
can pick it up later, or you can just create those balls again. But you're playing this juggling. A
mhm.
couple of them fall down. That's okay. And you
Mhm.
focus on the ones that you're holding. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but
Yeah.
multitasking to me, I'm okay with that.
Mhm,
Okay. As long as you know the consequences of it, right? You're not going to win in all of them, right? You're not going to win in all of them, but
yeah,
you must hold on to the ones that you prioritize the most. And I think
mhm,
that's important because if you hold on, if you hold the balls, this ball is my priority. Okay, I'm holding this and I'm holding that, and there's some balls and everything like that, and a
mhm,
couple of them fall down. Let it go. It's fine.
mhm,
Focus on the
mhm.
ones that you can juggle. I think I
Exactly.
disagree. That's fine. Leave them in the
Yeah.
comment. Next question. Are you ready
Yeah.
with the next question? What?
Yes.
Well, I think I already read it. What is the best system to remind to
Yeah.
pay my bills on time or something like that? That's
Yeah.
all I
Put
want.
it in the
Yes.
calendar. Put it in the calendar. Put it in the on my phone. I have this net bank, and I put it in so my bills they are paid automatically by the bank, and
Automation. A lot of them are automation also, right?
exactly.
But
So
what are the pros and cons on the all of these things? Vendors always have like you can do this automatically every month and put it in your card. Do you see a con in that? Like, nah, I don't want it. I mean, what do you say? I mean, it's a personal preference, I guess.
I don't know if and I don't know if it's different from country to country. The bank takes money for doing that or for making the system. They're literally not doing anything. It's just put it into the system, and then you pay a fee for that. Money makes the world go round, and instead of me using a couple of hours every month to paying my bills and going like tick, 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 I know that it is done and
Exactly.
it gives me free time. It's the same if you do you want to clean your house or are you going to hire someone to clean your house?
Yeah, true. There's so
You
many.
still need to pay for it.
There's so many apps and there's so many ways, methods
Mhm,
now,
mhm,
technology
mhm,
ways, technology
mhm,
that you can do this to be reminded and also pay it on time, basically.
mhm,
With my husband, I mean, he does the pay bill on the bank side. With me, I
mhm,
mean, remember those checking books, the checkbooks?
mhm,
It doesn't
mhm.
exist anymore because
Nope.
everybody does the automatic thing,
Mhm,
I mean,
mhm,
look at
mhm,
my young one. I mean, 26. But I mean, he
mhm.
does. Oh, I just paid on Apple Pay. Everything's Apple Pay. Everything
Yeah,
is
yeah,
right. Starbucks
yeah.
also.
yeah,
But
yeah.
you must think that, okay, okay, we're talking about different things now. When you order Starbucks, basically, you put money in the card, and then that card basically is on your account, and
Mm,
Starbucks is holding it. Now all of a sudden,
mm.
Starbucks is in a bank account, taking a role as a bank. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Now
yeah,
they have all of our money in there, not using it. But anyway, that's a different subject. That's a totally
yeah,
different subject. I just want to make a light out of that. It's like,
yeah,
don't you
yeah,
know that now? Like, I was reading an article about that recently. But anyway,
yeah,
great respond. I want to say more, but I know that we're running out of time right
yeah.
now. I just don't want to go over time,
Mm,
and I want to mind you being sick and everything. Oh my gosh, I was sick yesterday, and I didn't feel
yeah.
good today too. But
No.
the show must go on. Next month, Michelle,
Yeah.
I know that I put down over here on our business goals. Um, all of this by monthly on our Word doc. I mean, document here. March is business goals or how to deal with difficult coworker, boss, or customers.
Mhm.
Um, and then April is spring cleaning, declutter. May is relationship goals, business, social, personal. I don't know. I mean, what do you think of next month's topic?
How to deal with bad bosses or
Going back to the business. All right, we'll talk about business then, about workplace. Let's talk about
yeah.
workplace, that environment kind of thing, because I mean, it only makes sense, right?
What is your workplace relationship? What is your relationship to your workplace? So
Oh,
yeah.
that's a good one.
Mhm.
I like that. I like that a lot. But guys, the reason why, one of the reasons why we wanted to talk about the, specific money, relationship with money and everything. I know it's tax season. I did my
Mm,
tax already last week. Yay! Don't forget in US,
mm,
I don't even know what's the deadline because we always like file it in February. I think it's
mm,
April. Please,
mm,
please, please file early. So get that out of your hair. If you have a business, file it right now. File it this month, February, March. So that way that you can get the refund back and then you spend it, invest it back again to your business, invest it back again if you have a personal income, whatever. Then you can do
mm.
your kitchen upgrade. You can buy Tesla. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not I'm not being paid by Elon to say that. But yeah, all of that. I don't know how Denmark financial system work in the
I
tax.
don't know either. We
Oh,
just pay. We
you
pay.
guys
What
don't
is
do
it?
tax.
Yeah,
You guys
but
don't.
yeah,
You guys don't do
they,
taxes.
yeah, but not that way because we are just every month they take. Now we pay. It's a difficult system because I think that we pay about half 50% of our income in
Wow.
taxes. Mhm. So with everything, so that's 39 in taxes, and then there's the something something green taxes, and then there's something something else taxes, and it
Sounds
gets,
like LA,
oh
California.
my, yeah. So it gets about 50% of our salary, and if you earn more than, I think if you earn more than 40,000 kroner, I don't know how much that's about seven
Very high.
$7,000 or
Wow.
something like that. Yeah. If you earn more than that, you get the price of paying higher taxes.
Yeah, you get penalized to making more
Because
money, to
yeah,
working
because
hard. I know
exactly.
the feeling.
Oh my god, what is that?
You
So
work
so
hard. You work hard. We're gonna get up to your savings basically,
yeah,
and then
and then
penalize you.
oh no, don't get me started on that because
I
I
know.
really yeah.
When it start raining here in Los Angeles, I live in here in Los Angeles County. Our freeways are so bad. 405 freeway. Yes, guys, you already know. Yes, you're gonna say yes, Nikki. It's so bad here. 405 and 4. When it's raining, we can feel those potholes, and it's like, wait a minute. the DMV registration, all of these things, the DMV, the Department of Motor Vehicles, we pay high,
Oh yeah.
premium and high taxes and
Mhm.
all of this. And they all say, oh, it's all going to go to the freeways. It's all going to go to your roads. No, they don't, because we're going to do potholes everywhere. It's like, no. And, the
Goes
wear
to
and tear in our
toilet.
car.
It actually goes to pay for the toilet seats in the White House. Oops.
Oh, oops. or the or the Air Force One gas. Oops, fuel. We can't say that. I don't want to talk about politics right now. Oh my God! But
Yeah.
we can talk controversial. One of these days we will. I think we
So
get in trouble.
I
Okay.
want, yeah, just to summarize, what some three things that three
Yes.
takeaways from some of my favorite books is that you have to make peace with money. And one thing you could do, I actually didn't get to talk about this, but one thing you could do is you could hide $100 or $50 or $5 somewhere in your house, and just think about what you can use that money for. Never spend it, but having it and thinking about what you can use it for actually sends out a vibration that you have money, and when you have money you will end up getting more money. So that's
I like
one
that.
thing. Two, say thank you when you pay bills or when you get money. Most of us, I think, is more happy to get money, but we don't think about saying thank you when we actually pay bills. And I had to learn this. The first time I heard this, I was like, huh? Saying thank you for giving other people my money. But, but,
When you donate, here you go. I'm
really?
donating
So, okay.
$100. Like, here you
Yeah.
go, more money.
Yeah. Hit me again, Mike. No, anyway, no, but no, but it makes sense because when we
It
pay,
makes sense.
when we pay for something, we either, let's say it's because we are paying for gas or we're paying for electricity. I'm thankful that we have electricity, even though it's sky high. I'm thankful for this because then we can be online. We can have light in our lamps and everything, or heating. So it's saying thank you and sending that vibe out.
Yes, energy,
Yeah,
the vibration.
exactly.
I like that. Yeah.
The,
Since
the
Go ahead,
last
send
thing.
us all of the
Okay,
books on the comment.
okay, yeah, but the last thing is very important actually. Listen to what you say, because a lot of us, including me, have been brought up with different things that everyone say. Oh, I'm never going to be able to afford that. Oh, that is just too expensive. Or that's too much money. Or um, money doesn't grow on trees. Or and so on and so on and so on. Our self-talk actually lays up of our self beliefs. Are we able to get that amount of money? And if we keep on telling ourselves we're not, newsflash, we will be right, because whatever we tell ourselves, we are going to be right in one way or the other. So instead of saying that you're not able to get those money, actually start saying, I'm not able right now, but I will be able in the future in some way.
I like that.
Mm.
And I want to add an addition to that, the power of visualization. I think
Mm.
it's in line with what you're saying,
Exactly,
right?
exactly. A lot.
Right? Can we have a little bit about that? What you just said, and then follow up with the power of visualization, because I think it just makes sense. It's
Of this,
powerful.
again, to visualize. I've been actually struggling this visualizing because I've been chasing a dream that I didn't know in which direction. I thought I wanted something, and I was listening and on every channel everywhere and not listening to my heart. And I think that's actually, there's a lot of people doing that because we are told what we want. We are told what we want to dream about
Yeah.
because there's advertising everywhere. If you want to be happy, you need this type of clothes. If you want to be happy, you need to live in this type of
It's all
house.
marketing
Exactly.
gimmicks.
So it's again, it comes down to what you feel like. So visualizing. mm, mm.
You know,
Yeah, no, no,
I,
it just,
okay, go ahead.
um, I cannot visualize how it is to be a multimillionaire because I haven't been there. I've been a
Emotionally what?
millionaire, a
A millionaire.
multimillionaire.
Okay.
No, no. I have been a millionaire and I have had diamond rings and I have had big cars and I lost everything. So my relationship at that time with money was not very good. So it, again, it comes down to which feeling do you want to have in your life.
Right,
What is
right.
what is money going to bring you? Okay, do you want that big fast car? Can you see yourself driving that car? Can you feel how it is? And if you can't, go out and make an appointment and try the car at the dealers. My husband
Exactly.
and I actually did that with Tesla.
Yeah, Tesla, please, the Cybertruck. I think the object, what you're trying to say, oh, this is what I'm understanding, is the objects, right? The objects is not gonna ever gonna make you money, right? And it can make you happy. Money is also currency. Money is a
Not
currency.
if you
Money is
don't feel it.
energy, and
Yeah.
it's supposed to energize. It's a bridge. Okay, money is a currency, like you said, it's a piece of paper or card or numbers or whatever, right? Now these days it's just numbers. You put it in, and then all of a sudden you have something in your hand, right? Or food or
Mhm,
whatever, right?
mhm,
Um, you need to visualize that, right? You need to
mhm,
visualize, like, if I want to become a millionaire, like I said earlier, if your goal in life is to become rich, you're never going to achieve it, and that's come
Nope.
from Rockefeller himself. When you really listen to that,
Mhm,
okay, you disagree, that's fine. Okay,
mhm,
but if you really listen to that and you've gone through so many different journeys, I mean, journey where you like, okay, I had it one time, I lost it, now it becomes so significant, because it's like,
mhm,
it's very true,
mhm,
because it cannot make you happy.
mhm,
Yeah,
mhm,
you achieve the $1 million, let's say. You achieve
mhm,
the dream house, you have it already,
mhm,
you've got a couple
mhm,
Mercedes in your garage, and then you got your diamond rings, and you got everything, you got a nice husband too, to go with it, to come with the house. And now what?
yeah.
Right, and the baby and everything. Now what? I mean, are you happy? You should be,
Mhm,
because that's what you
mhm,
want.
mhm.
If you're not happy, shame on you.
Yeah.
I told my husband the same thing the other day. You've been wanting a dog, your puppy, to make you happy. Are you happy? Yeah, I'm happy. If you're not, I'm gonna like tone your head. You know what I mean? It's like, no, what? You
Exactly.
want a second puppy?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm happy with him. So
Yeah.
you gotta have to decide.
Yeah.
Again, it's all about options. And I feel like this, Michelle. I feel like everything moves, right? Everything is like energy, right? People will buy products not because of the products, it's because it's how they feel, right?
Mhm.
It's the emotion. You're selling the emotion, you're not selling the
Oh yeah.
products, they say, right?
Mhm.
So,
Exactly.
and then everything too on the other side of this thinking is been taught to us, right?
Mhm,
To feel and to be the certain ways in society. And I
mhm,
think we need to break from that out. We need to break out
mhm,
from that thing, right?
mhm,
I said it earlier at the beginning of the session. I said
mhm,
that something in the line where, if you want to think outside the box, you
mhm,
cannot just be an echo chamber. You cannot be just like everything else or you have done before. You
mhm,
gotta have to really practice being, or be that person, individual, the
mhm,
human, practicing outside the box
mhm,
and live outside the box. Not just
mhm,
like, this is what everybody's expecting me to be. This is what
mhm,
you know used to be, how it
mhm,
should be, because my
mhm,
friend, my mentor, whatever. Be
mhm,
daring. This is
mhm.
outside the box. I don't know if that
Exactly.
makes sense to you.
A lot, a lot. And you have to be courageous in life. The things doesn't come. You have to go outside the box or outside your comfort zone. and you need to do it in a while, going a little bit out of your comfort zone and then going back, a little bit out of your comfort zone and then going back. Because if you're constantly out of your comfort zone, your body will constantly be producing cortisol, and then you will get stress. So it's not about that. Been there, done that. Yeah.
Guys, we're
So
keeping it real here.
so this is why we are so wise, because we fucked up a lot of times. Okay. So but me, I did, anyway. So but it is about getting outside the box, because we are taught to be in a box, because society is more calm if everyone fits into a box. But we are not, none of us actually are made to fit inside a box. We are individuals, we are different, we have different perspectives, and we have different opinions. We are
Yeah,
taught to have the same opinions and have the same knowledge, because then we are more manageable.
right. I'm just
Um,
I'm just looking at the bigger, like the bigger picture. How is it going to look like in 5 years? How is this
oh,
economy? How are we
yeah.
as a society? How are we as a humanity? How are we as business people?
Mm, mm,
Surviving or thriving, and just really coexist
mm,
together,
yeah,
basically,
yeah,
right? Because I mean,
yeah.
look at what's going on, the current economy. Um,
It's been
alluding
like that
to,
before.
huh?
It's been like that before.
It's
The
been like
recession
that, yeah.
in
And
the
people
in the
like
40s and 30s and 60s, and yeah, it's
exactly.
been,
And people say, is this world war? We are probably on a world war. The isolation is a world war. World War II was like that. They were isolated for how many years? They
yeah,
couldn't go anywhere. And there's
no,
like limited supply of food. And same thing
yeah,
over here. Everything is expensive, Same thing
yeah, yeah,
today,
yeah,
today's world.
yeah,
And then you say,
yeah.
oh, World War III is coming. It's like, it probably
It's
is
here.
already.
It's
I
here.
mean, the official formality is probably just nuclear. I don't know. I don't want to talk about that, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying, you know what I mean? It's like,
Then they put, yeah. So start. So that's the stop button,
yes,
and good for the people that believe in the life after death, and
that's
not so
right.
good for the people that believe that everything just stops.
That's right. Exactly. Just
So
go with that. And
mm,
I think, we want to just wish you a very, very productive life, and then productive the rest of the week, obviously, here. And then we love this community. That's why Michelle and I always like being creative and continue to be creative and trying to serve the community by
mm.
providing just resources and valuable conversation. Hopefully, that we're not rambling. I hope not. I don't think so.
I ramble. That's okay.
No one's perfect. Don't be in the box. Get out of there and then go build your door. Go build your microphone if you want to speak. Go build your event. Go build your life. Go do shit. Go learn mistake. Go do mistakes. Learn from them.
Mm,
Seriously. It's like, gee,
yeah.
enough with that failure
Exactly.
thing. All right, Michelle. Signing off from Denmark, and then we'll figure out what's the next one. Oh, you already said it, huh? For next month. Next month, we're gonna.
Uh, what your relation, your work relate, your relationship with work, or was it something I forgot?
Co-workers
What?
workplace or something like that, how to deal with difficult co-workers, boss, customers at
Yeah, yeah.
workplace.
Your relationship with the co-workers.
Yeah, something like that. And Michelle, do you have any workshop or something like that that's going on right now that you want to tell the audience, whoever listening? Because
Mm,
I'll put this on recording, obviously.
oh, I would love to, but I've actually had the flu or some kind of bug and everything. So I've been focusing on work. I don't have anything right now. I have promised people, but that's one of the balls I haven't got.
You have any, you juggle.
No, I haven't got it. So there will be something coming, and I am actually, there's a little seed growing in me, and I am, finding out and manifesting it in here. So something always, there's always something working in here. So something will come. I think it's going to come with the sun, about April or May.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
We're hoping so, and I'm hoping so. Obviously, you're a very very
But
good
I'm going
friend.
to spam LinkedIn in March because I'm actually going to London with the family.
Well deserved. I
Yes.
can't wait. Bring a lot of coat. No, wait. What month you said?
Here
May.
in 14 days, actually, the
In May,
13th, March.
March. So it's gonna be still cold. So bring your
Oh
coat.
yeah, oh
Bring
yeah.
your coat. Bring your scarf and everything like that. And show some pictures. Enjoy it though. Don't you don't have. We're not. You're not obligated to post pictures while you're with your family time.
I
It's
will
like,
post them after. Yeah,
that's right. And do it
yeah.
later. Well, much love. I'll call you in a little bit later. And then please get well soon. Please get well soon. Drink a lot of water.
You
And
too.
then,
Yeah.
yeah, it's going around also. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't feel good too yesterday. It's because of snow, the storm, and everything weather. Anyway, I wish you well and get well. Okay, and thank you so much for being here. And we're gonna come back, and then you're gonna decide what day, since you're gonna be busy. If we skip month March, that's fine. We just resume again
Nope,
in April.
nope. We do it every month, but we
Yeah, we do.
just need people. We Nikki and I, we talked before the show, and we want, because there's been a lot of difficulties with restream and the date and the time. We
Oh,
need to get the ducks in a row, and we need to find out what's
restream.
happening.
I know.
Yeah, we want people to be on live, but when people, they think that it's canceled, people are
It's
not going to be
not.
here. So, so
11
we're going to
a.m.
set it
I
up.
don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why suddenly it's Nicky Dare schedule at 3 a.m. I never do 3 a.m. I always do 11 a.m.
No, 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 no. And I was looking at it and I said, no,
I
that's
know
just
you. I
wrong.
saw your text. I was driving. I go, oh shit! I gotta
Yeah, yeah,
respond to this.
yeah, yeah.
All right, people. It's
So
11 a.m. It's 11 a.m. all the time, and then you're gonna have to wait until Michelle decides what date in March, and then we're gonna bring the topic. If you have any questions, if you have some pre-questions for us, please do submit it either to Michelle on LinkedIn. Link,
yeah,
she is on LinkedIn, or me, myself.
yeah.
Either one of us is fine, and then we're gonna read it to you guys. So hopefully that we had answered a couple of them. Lenny and Eric, I think, from Ecuador. Thank you so very much, Michelle, once again. And then you guys, thank you for being here. We never cancel any events. All right, talk soon.
Bye bye.
Bye. Bye, Denmark.